We shall now look at creating users and roles in this demonstration. So I log in with the user which has the privilege to create other users. Let me create a user. For the present, I don't have any password controls imposed, so I can give a simple password. Creating a user does not automatically grant privilege to connect. So the privilege to connect to the database is a separate privilege. It's called create session. Similarly, you can go on and add privileges. If you want to identify all the privileges that can be granted, you can query so there's 202 distinct system level privileges that can be granted. Create table, create session, create table space and create user are amongst them. So if I have granted Hemant to create a table, he can create a table and it automatically includes the privilege to create an index, but does not include a privilege to create a view, which is separate. So let me show that. I need to grant him a quota also. Let me connect as Hemant. So now I am logged in as the newly created user. I have been able to create a table. So just created 10 rows with that. And it has been created in the new table space. You can see that was specified when I said create table, table space, new TBS. And that is possible because I had granted quota unlimited on that. Similarly, this user can also create another table space or create another user. But it does not have the drop table space privilege. A table space does not belong to a user, but a table does belong to a user. So if a user can create a table, he can also drop the same table. But if he can create a table space, he cannot drop the table space unless he has been explicitly granted the privilege to drop table space. Similarly, the privilege list that has been given to him does not include create view. So he doesn't have that privilege. So this is a user with some privileges. What about a role? Let me connect as a user with DBA privileges. I create a role. I grant that role some system privileges, and then I grant that role itself. So now Hemant, by virtue of having me granted this role, has also inherited these privileges. This privilege that he used to drop table space was not inherited by him explicitly as part of a grant to him, but it is inherited as part of the grant to the role that was given to him. So a user can actually inherit privileges from roles which are being granted to him. So that's where we can see the user can himself see what privileges he has been granted. You can see the drop table space is not explicitly granted,